6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm sorry, Stephen. Your reckoning is long overdue. I hope you understand. The greatest threat to our universe is you. The Illuminati will see you now.
I could use an Avenger.
There are other Avengers.
Come on. Every night, I dream the same dream. And then, the nightmare begins.
You cannot control everything, Strange. You opened the doorway between universes. And we don't know who or what will walk through it.
Wanda. The multiverse. It's life or death.
We will see what kind of Doctor Strange you are.
Everything you've ever known led you to this moment. I don't even want to know!
This is going to be fun.
I always suspected this day would come.
Because you always suspected this day would come.
This is the only way. I'm ready.
You break the rules. Become a hero. I do it, I become the enemy. It doesn't seem fair.
We should tell him the truth.
I did what I had to do.
Oh, that's something.
You're wondering what happens now.
Damn,
What it do, man?
that was good. That was a good preview. What's up, everybody?
Oh, yeah. That intro.
Word.
What's up, my people?
Sure.
Go.
For those who haven't seen the movie in a little bit, it's been some time. For those that even caught it last night or the night before, like we did, it was a nice refresher. Welcome to Views from the East. This is your boy Prada. I'm with my kings right here. We got Dice, we got Ammo, we got B. What's
Ain't
up?
nobody hotter. No,
Ain't no one hotter? We gonna do that? But do y'all got y'all?
You gotta do it, bro. You gotta do it one time for
All right. Redo. This is your boy Prada. Ain't no one hotter.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Ain't nobody hot.
All right, who's following up though? With the next, you know what I mean?
we still working on that intro.
You're still working on that?
Still working on that intro.
I got a little something. Dice with the ghetto intelligent advice.
What you got?
B look like he reading from his scroll right now, like he got a little 16.
I still gotta work on mine. Still gotta work on mine.
Oh,
I'm
man.
dead. But everyone, welcome tonight. Obviously, you see the title. We are here to give a quick review of Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness. Obviously, heavy spoiler alerts. We are talking about everything. So if you didn't see the movie, leave now, run away, do what you got to do, because we're going to destroy this thing.
Or stay and get put on.
That too. So, you know, if you're someone that, you know, you're still going to hear and still going to go regardless, hang out with us. But we broke it down into 3 sections. We're gonna talk about the beginning, the middle, the end. We're gonna give out, we're gonna rate it. We're gonna do all that good stuff. We're gonna start with King Dice.
Yeah.
All right, so
break it down.
how this basically starts off. What I will say is the CGI was fucking dope, right? And I like the fact that it kind of started off right in with some action, or just like not just talking and scenery. It's like it jumps right into, you know what I'm saying, like what's going on. So Dr. Strange basically is trying to save this chick who we don't know who this is quite yet. For those who do know, I mean, read comic books and shit like that, you're kind of like put 2 and 2 together. But the chick later on down the line, you'll figure out who she is. But her name is America. That is her superpower is going through dimensions. Okay, so nonetheless, when the movie starts with that, so then Dr. Strange is fighting some creature that looked like it's not with nothing. That shit is trying to kill everything in its path. That shit was slicing rocks. That shit was tossing. Yo, boy, that shit was moving, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That shit had me like, what is this thing, bro? That shit was moving, bro. It looked like some type of like octopus demon or something. I don't know. That shit was crazy.
That's why I don't eat seafood, man.
And then it gets to the point at which Dr. Strange has to make a choice whether to get her to where she needs to get to, which is that book, I suppose. Again, this is the beginning. They're not explaining anything. Or either they're going to die. But then, like, when it gets to the point that which the shit starts fucking him up, then this is when Dr. Strange goes, like, he tries to take her power. And then shit just kind of goes south. Now, the part that kind of got me is, like, I'm like, why would Dr. Strange want to take her power? Like, that's not the Dr. Strange that we know. I mean, I'm like, that's kind of interesting. It's like, it pulls you in at, like, what the fuck is going on here? You normally don't even act like that. And then it goes to the next part at which shit doesn't go right. Shorty pretty much just reacts to her power because she does not know how to control it at all. She doesn't know what the power is. She has no idea what the fuck is going on. She just, off a reaction of being scared, she winds up opening a portal of dimensions, winds up flying through that shit, and then Dr. Strange wakes up. And once he wakes up, it's kind of like, all right, was that a dream? What the fuck was that? And then it continues into like his day going on regular until somehow, some way he bumps into her in real life. But it's like first you see some like invisible motherfucking octopus until he kind of like puts the sight on it. That shit was wilding out. It wasn't as crazy as the one before, but it still was wilding. And then that's
Shuma. That octopus is Shuma Gore. If you watch the What If series, that's the same octopus that pulls Captain Britain in through the portal. You know what I'm saying? That's an Easter egg in the movie. You know what I'm saying? If you caught that. That's the comic book series. Yeah, so that thing jumps through portals just like she does. So you know what I'm saying? It's one of those demons that was pursuing her for as we discussed throughout. Yeah, that's Shuma. Yeah, Shuma Gore. Yeah.
Now the beginning of the movie, man, was definitely fire. Like Dice said, it had you because we're all thinking this is current. This is our Doctor Strange, and obviously, even if the movie is called Multiverse, we're not thinking that we're looking at a different version of him. The only thing I said is, there's a whole different costume. I'm like, wait a minute, every superhero gets an update to the costume, so I'm not thinking anything of it, until like Dice said, he sees, him trying to like take up powers and all that stuff. But at the end, he did. After he played himself and got yoked up by the monster, he did end up saving her and helping her escape, which leads into the Doctor Strange thing. One of the scenes at the beginning.
No, hold on. He didn't help her escape. If you watch it particularly,
he did.
After the thing stabbed up Doctor Strange in the heart, she ran off and left that motherfucker there.
No. We're not doing that, B. We're not doing that, B.
We're not doing that, B. He told her to go.
He did his blue. He did his blue. Yeah, but remember the octopus had her. Hold on, B. Let me refresh your memory. Remember, let me refresh you. She opened up the portal. She was about to jump through. Doctor Strange was already stabbed up on the ground. He was already done. But when he looked over, he saw that the octopus had grabbed her right before the portal. So he did his little disc thing and chopped off the arm so she'd go through the portal. We're not going to do that. All right, we not doing that. All right, we ain't gonna do that.
You don't remember that? B, you don't remember that? Like he like at the very last second.
Yep.
I remember him getting stabbed.
Yep.
I remember him getting stabbed in the heart. Then I remember him throwing the shit and cutting the thing's arm off.
You didn't say that. You didn't say that. You
didn't say that.
No, I remember that part. I'm just saying that's clear. That motherfucker tried to kill her. That motherfucker tried to kill her. Let's get that right now.
Now the other part,
he didn't try to kill her. Taking her power was more for like the better of the situation. I wouldn't necessarily.
But taking her power would have killed her.
You know what I'm saying?
It would have. It would have. And he said he's sorry.
Yes.
He said he was sorry, but you gotta save the multiverse, bro.
Sorry.
Yep.
He was not really sorry.
That he be wanting the worst out of everything.
He's a pessimist motive.
No fucking sorry, bro.
But anyway. But anyway, like Dice said, he wakes up, obviously wakes up from this dream or whatever the case is. And, they go into him getting ready, getting suited up, him showing his abilities. Obviously, his hands is messed up, but he doesn't need his hands, tying up the tie with the magic. And you like, where the hell is he going? And then he ends up, going, I didn't know it was the wedding.
Breaks my heart, bro. I break my heart.
Of course it would break your heart. Of course.
She called me deep, bro.
Damn, and he basically goes to the wedding.
You looking at her, bro. You looking at her, like, damn, bro. How you gonna get married to another man that's not me, bro? That's fucked up. Yo, she fought for that.
Wait.
Hold on, B. We not doing that, B. We not doing that tonight.
Bro, this man is a superhero, bro. These superheroes put their life on the line.
He don't need love too.
Why is a woman supposed to sit there and wait for a superhero nigga to come back? Like after saving universes and worlds and dude, what are we discussing here, bro?
B, you can't be. You got to stop that, man. You got to cut that out, man, because he said himself that I'm a superhero and I had to make a choice: my superhero life or to be with her, and he chose to save the universe. And with Thanos. Nah, come on.
Yo,
look at his face, bro. His heart's broken, bro. She gonna get
I'm just saying, I'm just saying, don't put it on her. You trying to kill her?
Breaks my heart.
We know you're part of the male patriarch, right? And we understand that, but this is a whole different topic here. This is Marvel, bro. This is not men and women. This is not what's going on in the world. This is not us. This is not humans right now, bro.
I just felt a little thing in my
We're
heart.
on imagination mode, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta come for the females right now, bro. Like
B bring that shit everywhere.
Bro, my heart, bro. This is my heart.
This nigga's jaded, bro. He's so jaded, son.
So he's scarred so hard, bro. That shit coming everywhere. But anyway, he shows up at this. He goes to this wedding, which has to be tough, right? Because you have to pretend to be happy for the love of your life and all of this thing. So he's sitting there. He even meets up with her. They meet at the bar. He's like, let me put a little game in here. She's like, let me get some red wine. He turns the white into red. Easy, and he's talking to her, and he's doing that fake, are you happy? And he's like, yeah, I'm happy. He's not, obviously. But they do a little bit of that, and then like Dice said, they get straight into the action. They see what time it is. My guy jumps off the balcony, switches the outfit up.
Hold on, bro. You cannot pass. My man got focused right at the wedding. Nigga said, hold on, okay. Let me do I don't need to be here anyway. I'm glad this happened. I said, let me I'm out of this motherfucker.
He quickly dipped out, bro. He dipped out quick.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you why I want to kind of get through the wedding thing, man. Because I'll give you my take on that a little later.
I want to talk about the wedding though.
You want to talk about the wedding? We could dive into it. Let me put it back on the screen. Let's look at his face.
This heartbreaking scene up, bro.
B, can I ask you a question? B, let me ask you a question. B, if you could redo this scene, what would you do? How would it play out? Make it short. Though. Think about it for a second. Make it short. How would you replay? If you could do whatever you want, how would you change that scene?
While she walking down the aisle, I would have tripped her ass.
Yo.
We moving along. Yeah, let's get into the movie review, man. Let's get into it. And listen, for all the viewers out there, for all the Marvel fans, the Marvel experts, if you want to jump in here, dissect, we can invite you on the panel. You could do that. Shoot your comments. We'll address them. But go ahead, Q, back to you on the wedding. Let me put it back on the screen once again. That's for you, Q.
Yo, one thing I found that was cool about the wedding was the creepy this dude standing next to him from part 1, I forget his
the other doctor.
Yeah, Dr. Nick. Yeah, Dr. Nick.
Man's like, yo, I what do you call it? My cats died, my dogs died, everything died. Like he lost everything, and he was like asking him, was it worth it? And he's like, was this the only thing you could do? And again, it just shows you a perspective that like after the snap, like some people just lost 5 years. Some people came back, and time had moved on. And it was interesting because like you kind of forget about it because all of Marvel movies have been kind of just like whatever since Endgame, but like it's cool to like show that like this happened. It was just recently, and everybody's still trying to recuperate from that. I thought that was a cool little touch,
Yeah,
I still think, bro, past the blip, bro, she could have waited for him, bro. She ain't got engaged to another man, bro. That's
Jesus Christ, bro.
But
B,
I'm gonna keep rolling past B with that one. He just that out.
No. But this is what I want you to do. Remind us later about the wedding. All right, just keep the wedding in mind because it plays a crucial part in the storyline later. We're gonna get back to it when we get to the middle, towards the middle end. Keep that in your mind. Keep that thing. If you got a notepad, write it down. Keep that in your mind.
You don't even gotta tell him that. That's in his heart. That's what he was waiting for.
Because we're gonna hit it again. We're gonna address it again. We're gonna address it again. It's very important.
So obviously, as far as the beginning of the movie goes, obviously he goes down, he sees this monster. It's funny that he's the only one that could really see it, right? He's like, what's crushing up the bus? And he's like, all right, I got a spell for that. Let's see what's going on. And obviously he reveals what the creature is. He has no idea why the creature is doing what it's doing per se. He just sees America Chavez in danger. And basically what he does with that is, he rescues her, throws the cape to save her from falling off of the bus. This is America Chavez here. By the way, even from the comic books, I just always thought it was just so cheesy to call her America Chavez with the 5-point star, the American thing. I'm surprised they didn't throw the stars on her outfit because in some of the comics, that's
they did. They did on the back of her jacket. They got the giant
jacket on the sleeve too.
It was more subtle. The movie did it like very nice and subtle. Like in the comics, they was ODing with that. But
I'm gonna add a little something that somebody said online. These niggas said, why is it that she's like, I guess Mexican of descent of some sort, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But why is her power going through borders? Bro.
People are terrible.
Like, these people don't. The internet don't lose, bro.
Yeah,
niggas is $1 million and old, bro.
The internet is undefeated always. But obviously her abilities is she's able to travel through the multiverse, right? She can go to any universe she wants at will, and and she's the only one that exists in the entire multiverse, right? So the reason why Doctor Strange was dreaming what he dreams because he has obviously other counterparts. And when you're dreaming of yourself doing different actions, basically what they're saying is that's your counterpart really in their life, and you're seeing it that way. But she doesn't have a counterpart anywhere. She's just one, just unique. But anyhow, B, I think, hold on, let me see if I can find this thing here. But this is also here another scene here. Obviously her portals are stars. Again, really heavy on the American, the star, all of that good stuff. And I get it. I guess it's all right.
I don't mind the portals being the stars. I thought like it had a nice little feature to it. That should look nice, bro.
No,
that should look nice, bro. Better than being
bro.
Better than being a regular little circle, like the normal portals. It'd be like a little circle. You just go through it. Should be in a nice little white star with a little blue to it. That should look nice.
But if you take a really good look at it, you could see like the 3D of the star. Like it's like stars behind.
You see the effects.
They really did their thing with that. I ain't gonna front
that outfit
with that gray hair though.
Yo, that should look fire, bro. The little stripe in his hair, bro. That should look fire, bro.
That's the Strange. That's the look he gave her when he realized, like, yo, I can't protect you from this thing. For me to protect this multiverse, I gotta take your powers from you. That's the look he was giving her. It wasn't he wanted to hurt her, but it's like he had no choice. Is that or allow the bullshit, you know? So, you know, this is the alternate version of Doctor Strange we were referencing earlier. She was like, I thought you were my friend. And he's like, I am, but listen, this is the multiverse on the line here. We don't have time to get crazy. Another part about the beginning of the movie, just moving along real quick, is obviously he meets her. You know, he asks her, what the hell are you doing here? She kind of gives him the backstory and all of that. Yeah. And what's crazy is
she shows him the dead body.
A dead body? Oh, yeah. Which is crazy. Like, when did she grab him? Because that was something that kind of threw me up, because she went through the portal, obviously, when he cut off the tentacles, and she just flew through her portal. So when did she come back and grab him?
No, the thing threw him. What you call it?
Schumer. He did. I don't remember. I remember the portal closing behind her.
Yeah, the portal closed behind her, bro. That's it. So I want to know.
I didn't see him fall. That's the thing, though. I'm trying to remember.
He was on the ground, and he turned his head over and saw that she was gonna die, and then he cut the tentacles with like the last ounce of his strength. So I want to know, at what point did she go back and grab him to bring him back? Because she has no control over her powers, right? So I'm someone that watches the movie, but they don't explain that at all. So that's something. When you watch movies a lot, you notice that. Some people might say that's a stretch, but those are key details. They were lazy on that. But anyway. You know, basically, like you said, shows the dead body, explains what's going on. And obviously, Doctor Strange goes to, you know, who he feels is the best person that could assist him with the situation, right? Which is the Scarlet Witch, which is, you know what I mean? Yeah. Wanda.
OG triple OG.
I remember Prada saying this, but I agree with you, bro. She is the strongest Marvel character, bro.
Oh, she is one of them. She's one of them.
Yeah, she's one of them.
Bro. After what I seen in that movie, bro, she is strong, bro. But she is stupid, bro. She could have got away a little longer with that. What she had planned and going on, bro. If she had not opened her mouth and said this nigga's name, bro. Said her name.
Yeah, that's what she
made. If you notice, bro, when he approached her, bro, he came to her on some sweet shit. Nice shit, but he realized that this shit looked like it's a little weird to me. The whole time he's walking her through the garden, he's looking around like something ain't right. But he didn't want to say nothing.
Yeah, but that's how powerful she is, though, because he didn't catch it right away.
He didn't catch it.
The crazy thing,
catch it until she said something. He wasn't gonna catch it until she said something.
Well, and that's the thing.
That's what he caught it.
Yeah, she said America's name, and then she's like,
I never told you her name.
Yeah.
And you want to know what's crazy? I what they really did a good job of, and I kind of stopped watching trailers, because sometimes now with these trailers they give a little too much of the movie, so I tend not to watch it so much. But you know, the first few trailers, they're very quick, very sweet, and you see that he's going to her for help. I honestly did not see her being the villain. I thought the villain was something completely different, somewhere else. There's nothing to do with anything. And obviously, guys, you have to watch. And this is why everyone kind of ignored the Disney Plus stuff, like the Loki, WandaVision.
Yep. I watched that.
You gotta watch all of them, bro. If you watch all of them, you'll see hints of everything. You see hints of
it's all links. It's all links.
You'll see hints of Loki. But you gotta watch Loki first. Then you want to watch WandaVision.
No, WandaVision came out first. BB, we not doing this. We not doing.
I never said it came out first. I didn't say it.
BB, we not doing this.
I didn't say it.
Watch Loki first. Watch Loki, then watch WandaVision. We're not doing that.
That's how I watched it, bro.
Nah, that's how you watched it. Nah, you watched it the wrong way. You watched it the wrong way. We're not doing that tonight. Not for the Marvel fans. We're not gonna do that tonight. WandaVision. After WandaVision.
Loki first, bro.
Then you have obviously the Falcon, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Then you have Loki. Then you have
nothing to do with this.
But it's all tied in. Not yet. You just don't see it yet, B. You gotta wait. It's all tied in together. Marvel doesn't waste any effort when they put something out. And I love that they still kept those miniseries as part of the universe where it's still relevant. And now you understand why Wanda is the Scarlet Witch and why she's doing what she's doing. You get what I'm saying? Because she wasn't the Scarlet Witch in Endgame. She wasn't the Scarlet Witch in anything else there. So,
but Jimmy,
yeah, what's up, bro?
Don't you think from the end of Scarlet, WandaVision, when she was like, "Oh, I had a family," and then she like let everything go. Don't you think it's like a bigger, like it's kind of a jump when you just go from that to full, like she just went full Vader, like she just went full evil, like right after.
Yeah, she got that book.
I know she got the Darkhold help corrupt her, but like I felt like they could have built that up a little bit better, right? They could have built it up. They could have showed like the Scarlet Hold taking over her and changing her mindset. I think just from her going from 0 to 100, it was just I felt lazy. Felt like it was just like, oh, this is what happened. Because the way Scarlet WandaVision ended, like she wasn't this unhinged. She was nowhere near this.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Does that make sense?
I'll touch up. I'll follow up with you on that later on because there is something, but it's too early for it now. But I'll follow up with you later on. Just remind me somehow, some way. Where we at with the movie, right? So he goes to Wanda. She's in this garden pretending she's all fairy tales and blah blah blah. And she literally is like, damn, I just blew my cover. And she says, all right, let me stop the facade. And literally just reveals the place is a whole wasteland. With the place is like just dead everywhere. And, that's when they get into that conversation where it's like, yo, listen, I need that girl. I want to be with the kids that don't really exist. I made them up. But in other universes, they do. And I need that power. And that's sort of how... Obviously, it sets the tone. All right, clearly she's the villain. And, Doctor Strange, obviously, he takes on the role of defending America Chavez, which is kind of ironic because he went to her for help. So,
I don't think it was a conversation. I think it was more of a...
She knew he was coming.
Yeah.
She knew he was coming.
I think it was more of a, like, her showing that she can do what she wants. She told the nigga, yo, I want her. You're gonna give it to me the easy way, or you can make it hard on yourself. What you want to do? Right? It wasn't a conversation. It was more like her throwing her power around.
She was courteous because they're friends. It's not like she could have just. She gave him the option. She was like, "Yo."
Bro, she said, "This is me being nice." And I'm trying to figure out how her killing people was being nice.
That's before she did that. Bro. That's before she did that, though. She gave him the warning. She said, "Just give me the girl. I don't want to really do this. Like you the homie. Like just give it up."
No, bro. When she showed up at the sanctuary, she showed up full blown her powers.
Yeah, but that's after their conversation. After the conversation. Said,
but still, bro, I don't.
We're not doing this tonight, man.
Bro, I don't understand. I know what courteous. I know what courteous means, and that wasn't. She wasn't being courteous at all, bro.
I know.
She was not being courteous. She was not being courteous, bro.
But anyway, we move on to Doctor Strange's lair. Obviously, he meets up with Wong, which is the current. Someone help me with this. I was gonna say something from Taco Bell, bro. I was gonna hit him with the Supreme Taco.
Sorcerer Supreme.
Sorcerer Supreme.
Anybody want to take it from here where they get to the base and now they have to defend her because obviously they know Wanda's coming?
I like the part, bro, that the Emperor Supreme that ass wants this nigga to bow to him. That's the part. I still find that shit funny, bro. It's courteous to bow.
The who?
Emperor Supreme. The Chinese nigga.
Damn.
The Sorcerer Supreme, man.
The Sorcerer Supreme, bro.
Yeah, what? Come on, man.
Bro. He said it's courteous. Said it's courteous to bow to me, bro. And niggas just looked at him like, nigga, what? I'm not bowing to you. Then he goes up. He has a little conversation with Wanda, and she said, and he like, all right. So she said this is her being courteous. Come back down. They throw the shields up and stuff, and then they trying to protect America Chavez. But that's the no-go because the
we
bitch
not
is strong.
Doing this tonight. We not doing this tonight. We not doing this tonight, bro.
So you thought they had a chance to stop her, bro?
What I'm saying is What I'm saying is once they move to the sanctuary scene, Doctor Strange arrives. He goes, "Listen, I tried to get her help, but hey, she's actually trying to kill you, right?" And that's why it became ironic. And obviously they were like, "Listen, she's coming." That's where the Sorcerer Supreme was like, "Listen, like she's no joke. Like she literally controls reality. Like she controls a very powerful magic to the point where they had to call everybody on the premises to come out." And again, she was still being courteous. Hold on. She was still being courteous because she didn't come guns blazing. She came in through the black cloud, came through real nice, came out of it. She didn't attack. She was just levitating. Doctor Strange, right? And the Sorcerer Supreme looked at him and said, "Listen, be careful what you say because our lives depend on it." So that's what Doctor Strange goes, "Come on, we're not going to skip all of this. This is juicy." He goes up there. He goes up there. He's like, "Yo, listen," he's trying to reason with her for the last time. Like, "Yo, Wanda, like, listen, like, don't do this." And she's like, "Listen, I was being courteous earlier. It's about to get real. This is your last opportunity." And clearly Doctor Strange was like, "All right, you're not doing this. We'll protect her. All of us are here, blah, 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 blah." And again, allowed Doctor Strange to go back down to the ground. Because again, if she wanted to kill him or, be aggressive, it would have just happened midair. Allowed him to land. That's when she started attacking because she had enough. They put up all the nice shields as a unit.
No. You skipped the part.
There we go. Talk to me.
You skipped the part. So when she arrived at Kamatage, right? Doctor Strange to talk to her. Remember, he at a certain point in the conversation, he realized, there was no talking her down, and then that's when his sarcasm kicked in, and then she preemptively took a strike at him, but the shield was up. So you notice how he didn't go all the way up to him. He stopped a certain distance. He gave her a certain distance. So everybody already had the shield up. There was a shield up, and a lot of people, most of the characters in the MCU know that Kamatage is like holy ground. Nobody really attacks Kamatage because they know, listen, it's damn near impossible. It's damn near impossible. The security and the just the shield alone, it takes an enormous amount of power to break through Kamatage, right? So now when she does that, she's like, "Oh shit, I can't get through." So that's when Doctor Strange comes back down, and he's with the Sorcerer Supreme, and now they fully they shield up. Like, nah, we ain't letting
she
you
knows
win.
she finds a way through though. Her way through is to get through somebody, find a weak mind.
So
she's looking for a weak mind, and she found one weak mind to drop down his defenses. And when he found somebody and got in their brain, got in their ears, and made them tell them run. He's the reason she got through. Because when he dropped his shield, that
is the one part I didn't like, because the shield is not dependent on the disciples at Kamatage, right? The Sorcerer Supreme is supposed to be the main avatar for that shield. He can turn the shield off, he can turn the shield on. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that they had to find something that they could say, "Yo, listen, she broke through and made it through." And when she did get into my man's mind, my man ran past all of these disciples and knocked out everybody.
All of them got the symbol, and then there was
the symbol break down. Once you see the symbol of Kamatage breaks down, like the different pieces start to break off, there's a hole. And then that's when she, launched the onslaught, and that was it.
And they ended up like this.
Basically, like damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She walked. She washed them all. I thought Minotaur, the dude with the Minotaur head was gonna do something. Yo, he got washed the worst, man.
Yeah, he's one of I think his name is Kisna. He's one of Doctor Strange's disciples at Doctor Strange's school in the future.
Doctor Strange needs to fire his ass because this dude is trash.
Nah, he's still at this point. You gotta think about it. At this point, he's still a young disciple. He's not he hasn't been fully trained in the arts. These are all young disciples. When you look at them, Yeah, when you look at it at this point in the MCU, in the Marvel universe, these characters are all, you know, young disciples still learning to the way of Kamatage and becoming, you know what I'm saying, their best selves. So that's why they needed that number of guys. You know what I'm saying? You notice, you know who the veterans were. You know who the veterans were.
The veterans are the ones in the back without the weapons.
Hold on, one at a time. Mm-hmm.
I got a question, gents. If you see that your opponent is Wanda Maximoff and she's this powerful, and you're starting to get information that this is like, what do you call it? This is a universe level threat. Why aren't you calling Thor back? Why aren't you calling, what's his name? Captain America. Blackton America. You know,
yeah.
I mean Captain African American.
Black.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Why aren't you getting? Why aren't you starting to get the big guns? You know what I'm saying?
Because this is a sorcery level threat, and none of those guys were none of those guys can deal with sorcery.
No,
you know
that's why he went.
Thor. I think Thor can.
But even Thor is susceptible to sorcery. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta remember,
AKA Loki.
Yeah, Loki would probably been your best option, but Loki is dead or lost in the fabric of time right now.
But you understand what I'm talking about, right? You understand? Why aren't you calling in everybody? Just because like Avengers still Avengers, like you still gotta call in the troops. War Machine is still out there. Like all these guys are out there.
But if we do go into the middle of the movie, you do see they have a new type of Avengers with that.
Too fast.
We're not doing this tonight.
Yo, you're a terrible storyteller, man. You're not even getting into the nuances of the different scenes and like why they happen this way and shit. That was a good question, Q. That was a good question. You know what I'm saying? But damn, my man want to go. He want to jump right to the middle end. Like, girl, we didn't even get to the part where she gets subdued by inside of Kamatage with the that's the same joint. That's the same joint that the previous Sorcerer Supreme used on on Hulk in the what was that? Endgame. Yeah. So when he was in that world where he was like, oh shit, I'm disoriented, and that was the purpose of that trap, was to disorient Wanda, and it was working. It was working because she was disoriented, but then
2 seconds.
Yeah, she composed herself and realized, wait, hold on. Oh,
I'm in the Mirrorverse.
Yeah, okay, good. Then I could do this. Boom. You know what I'm saying? And you could still see that Wanda's not really at her full potential in this point. She's still, a novice with the Darkhold and, learning, through experience. Because as she fights, she's learning, which is an amazing thing to see throughout the movie.
I don't think she really even got the grasp of the whole thing throughout the movie. I think there's more to the Darkhold that she could have learned that she didn't.
That should just show you she's God tier, because you put her in a situation and she just looks around for a little bit and she's like, oh, wait a minute. Okay. I'm just going to go through the reflections, to the point where they're covering reflections. They're covering puddles of water. They're covering everything. So it's like, she's OP on multiple levels.
That had a dope horror vibe to it too when she was coming through. It wasn't just an action movie. They did it well with that scene.
She was giving you the grudge. She was when she came out that puddle. Yeah, she was giving you grudge.
I ain't trying to think about that shit no more, but that shit creepy.
And you saw when she emerged, right? You saw when she emerged, she was cut, she was bruised. You know what I'm saying? So it shows you that it did do some damage. Like it was like, oh man, like I had to fight through this, and then she survived. When she came out, you saw her, fix herself up, boom, 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 and was like, yeah, now what? You know what I'm saying? What else you got?
Bro, I still don't. I'm repeating it again, bro. I don't think she really grasped the whole thing of the Darkhold, because I can't even go to that part yet, but I will explain to what I'm talking about in a few minutes when we get to that part.
But basically, she gets out. Obviously, at some point, she's able to do what she has to do, and she's about to capture America, right? And you know, obviously, a portal opens up. She gets knocked through. You know, Doctor Strange goes and tackles her to save her, and you know, that's where they kind of go. And I think I have that image here for everybody, but you know, that's where they sort of.
If you had the video, it would be much better to show like
that's probably
they were going through.
Yeah, but that's probably one of my favorite scenes.
We ain't getting flagged.
All the different universes, bro. Nah, I like the.
This is where he basically tackles her to like take her away from Wanda. As you can see, this is where also Wanda shoots off that energy to kind of shoot her, but he jumps in the way. That's when it hits the cape. As you can see, like the flames is right there. And you know, that star shit is crazy. It looks really dope.
You see the 3D effects, like Dice said, you see the 3D effects behind all the stars, like different scales of the stars, bro. That shit was fun. I mean,
I don't have the video, but I do have you know, images just to kind of go through it.
That's the beginning part. There's a different there's the
It was really cool to see the different universes as they were passing through. They were going through so many. They even showed an animated universe. The animated universe was the dopest thing to show, period, because it shows that it is relevant. It is something that does exist. It made all animated movies relevant. I think that was like one of the best things that I saw there, period. The color thing to me was dumb. I didn't really like that, but
no, I like the color one because she said, bro, I like the part I like with the color one, bro. That reminds me of that. She says, bro, she said that when they got a certain universe, they got something to eat. And she asked about when he asked her, how do you eat in the color universe? She said, it's hard to eat. I find that part interesting, bro. That means basically she's been there before. She's been to every single universe there is looking for something.
We not doing this tonight. She has not been to every universe. She's only been to 82. She says it in the movie.
Did you catch if you saw Loki, right? If you saw the miniseries, did you catch the Living Tribunal? You remember when Loki got sent to the void when the homegirl thought he was dead? The other Loki thought he was that space where he was at, where he was inhabiting, they flashed through that too. You know what I'm saying? There was a purple cloud with the Living Tribunal. So they went through a few universes and they tied together the series. Most of the mini-series they tied together. They even went
a lot of the universes in
there. Yeah, they went through WandaVision's little area, which was dope. You know what I'm saying? Because you saw the cartoon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You saw the little TV.
Yeah, they did. They did their thing with the different universes, man. Like you had to really just catch all of those little nuances.
Because if you not like paying attention, if you blink, bro, you could have missed it in that movie. That movie showed a lot, bro. Yeah. I seen a lot in that movie. Honestly, I'm still saying, in fact, man, I liked it, bro. I liked what I seen with that.
So where we're at right now, they go through all these universes, right? And they land in obviously one of the best universes they could have possibly landed in. Q, do you want to take it from here when they land into this new universe?
I think Q left.
Oh, Q left? Oh, hold on. My bad, Q. I see you. My bad, Q.
No worries.
Q.
You kicked Q out again, bro. Come on, bro.
No, I didn't kick him out. I think he just left. But Q, obviously we're up to the part where they land at the Final Destination universe, which in my opinion is the best place they could have landed. 838. This is why I need you guys. And Q, if you want to take it off from there, when they land in this new universe.
Yeah, so they land in there. They're going through. Like she's teaching them that, like, they're learning from each other that, like, she's been through multiple dimensions, and like she's like showing him, like, she's like stopping him because he's like about to walk into traffic because on that planet, like, on that universe, on that Earth, green means stop and red means go. Which was which was like a cool callback to, like, what do you call it? Sam Raimi's Sliders. Like, so the same director, like the same show, like in its first episode, like green meant stop and red means go, and then like because the main character was what do you call it? Was on a new planet or new reality, so to speak. So it was cool to see those things. Plus, you had my man from Evil Dead, Campbell.
Word. Sam.
Yo, the best, iconic man, iconic.
Pizza Papa.
Yeah, there was a funny scene, funny scene about that, where she's like, like on what do you call it? In most of the universes, like you don't have to pay for food. She says it's just weird that like your Earth is the only one that still has people paying for food, and like she got into it with Bruce Campbell's character, who was a vendor, and he wound up like starting to fight with him. It was funny, and Doctor Strange cast that spell to slap himself.
When is he gonna stop?
For 3 weeks.
Probably next week.
Yeah, 3 weeks. Yeah. They wound up walking over like these panels that showed them like their past, and this is where we learned that America Chavez, like she lost her mom on another planet. To another universe, and she's been like alone, kind of by herself, like figuring it out and trying to learn like how to control her powers, even though they activate when she like very randomly for her, and so she doesn't really like she's going from universe to universe looking for her. So like we come to where Doctor Strange is like, yeah, I'm gonna help you out, blah blah blah, and what happens next? It was interesting. They go help me out. What do they
Sanctum?
They go to the sanctum.
Yeah,
they visit the sanctum. Yeah.
So they go to the sanctum and they find out that the Doctor Strange from that universe died, and in that sanctum, what do you call it? He finds his old his nemesis from the first one.
Nemesis. Yep.
That bitch ass nigga.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah, he winds up saying that he's gonna help them, but he feigns that and he winds up drugging them, and they wake up in the Illuminati's. Well, this group on this universe called the Illuminati. They're the ones that are basically controlling like they're in charge of watching all of like the multiverse incursions. All right, because they already know like what do you call it, the dangers of it, because they lost their Doctor Strange, who has been painted out to be a hero. What he did was being the fact that so Earth is the anchor point for all of these different galaxies and universes, right? Earth is the anchor point. Most of them go straight through each other in the multiverse. Multiverse planets go right through each other because our realities just pass through. But Earth is the only anchoring point, and it's the only real point, right? So, or the realest point. So that's why when an Earth is concrete, it can smash into another Earth if an incursion happens. Now, one of two things has to happen: both Earths blow up and die, and then they lose billions, or one Earth blows up, and then the rest of the multiverse just passes through, losing that.
I'm gonna have to stop you. We not doing this tonight. The incursion is the entire universe, so it's not just Earth specifically. It'll be the entire. Both their universes will cease to desist, and to kind of play on.
I'm sorry, I'm getting comic booky. That's how it works in the comic books.
Yeah.
All right.
These fucking experts. These experts here. Look,
let me point something out. What we didn't realize, if you didn't realize, so once we seen Christine, right? And if you remember, Christine works for the Baxter Foundation, right? So the Baxter Foundation is home to the Fantastic Four. So the building that they brought him to was actually the Fantastic Four building. Now that's the building that they were in, because the Baxter Foundation is in the basement. That's who runs that department. So that's a little Easter egg that, you know what I'm saying, we ain't catch. And then if you notice also, remember the robots? Remember the robots that was walking them around?
Ultron.
So that is, in that universe, the Ultron project actually worked. You know what I'm saying? Versus like on the Earth he came from, it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? So that gives you an idea, like, oh shit, this Earth is actually working in the way that, you know what I'm saying? So, well, Vision wouldn't have happened if if Ultron Project succeeded. You know what I'm saying?
And look how easily they defeated Thanos. I wouldn't say easily, but it was without the snap, right? They didn't lose 5 years. Half of the universe wasn't in, you know. So they're obviously more efficient. And when we say they, let's just get right to it, right? Q already brought it up. The Illuminati. I think that was like, for me, that's what I really wanted to go and see, right? And let's just put them on the screen.
There you go.
Yep. This was one of the best feelings, right? When they introduced themselves. That was dope. That was a great.
There's some members missing, but we know.
Yeah, there's somebody. We gonna get into all of this.
We get the gist.
But there's a lot of variations. There's a lot of different variations of the Illuminati, right? Like there's different team combinations of them, right? But you know, they got majority of their. I also want to highlight that they did leave Iron Man out completely.
Yes.
And I think it's because of like COVID. I think it was really because of COVID, and Tom Cruise was doing the Mission Impossible movie at the time, so it's just really hard for him to come and shoot, because it would have been, because technically he was supposed to be the original Iron Man. If for those that don't know, before Robert Downey Jr. Got the part, that was sort of the idea and plan. So it would have been really great to see him there, but they still made his presence felt, obviously, with Ultron. So you know Iron Man exists. In certain comic books and things like that, Iron Man doesn't create Ultron. It's Ant-Man that really does that.
Ant-Man, yes.
But in MCU, they're just keeping it with the Iron Man. So yes, Iron Man does exist there, and that was so his presence is felt. I kind of like that they left it to mystery, because they're like, what is he doing that's so important? At least that's what I was thinking. Like, what is he doing that's so important that he's not here in this present? In this big reveal. This was like, for me, like, holy crap, I forgot the Illuminati. What's going on? The biggest thing for me, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, was Reed Richards, man.
Yes, me too.
I'm happy to see him back there. Me
too.
That shit made me happy, bro.
He's looking good, man. It looked good. The way he showed up through his little portal with ease, like, and I love how they had Mordo introduce every character one by one, and you know, basically was bringing up, like, you know, what their features are, and, you know, not their abilities per se, but like who they are, what goes on. This person right here too was another great.
Black Bolt.
Oh, Black Bolt can kill you with a sound of his voice, bro.
Yep, Black Bolt, the Inhumans, man.
The strongest Inhuman. Yep.
This right here for me,
the king of the humans, actually, the king. The king of the humans.
This for me, brother.
Bro, he probably not talk to you, bro, because he knows what he would do if he talks to you, bro.
Listen, man, and he looked at Doctor Strange, and his thing started glowing. Like, don't play with me, bro. Like, this ain't the place to be. And Doctor Strange don't know who that is, what's going on. He's still cracking jokes, and I'm just lost. Like, they got Black Bolt in here. You get what I'm saying to you? Like, they threw this guy in here.
Black Bolt has an earth-shattering scream. So if he just screams, Earth is gone. That's how powerful.
Probably a universe. Probably a solar system.
Dude,
he's crazy.
That's how crazy OP Black Bolt is.
Yep. But I go,
which is insane.
But you got but we skipping parts when we get to that part, bro.
Right now we're just talking about the introduction of the Illuminati, how they were introduced one-on-one. Obviously, again, this is why Disney Plus is important, because there's the What If series, and obviously, if you're not into the comic books, obviously this was another way to obviously show the, you know, a different story here, where it wasn't Rogers that got put into that, it was her, and they brought her, and she was there, which was also really cool. Not as big as Black Bolt, in my opinion. You know, I was like, whatever. But it was great to see the alternate version, right? Because this is technically the universe that kind of got most things right. So
yes.
So we gonna leave it like that. Then obviously they hit you with the who else they brought up? Oh
Miss
my
Marvel.
God, Miss Marvel.
Black
And
and Marvel. Black and Marvel.
Yo, you so stupid. You so stupid.
Yep.
Oh Lord, have mercy, beautiful.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The thing that was really dope about this is if you watched the Captain Marvel movie, obviously in the alternate universe, Doctor Strange's universe, right? This is her friend. Obviously, in this universe, she's the one that jumped on the plane and did the testing and everything messed up, so she got the powers, essentially. But I love the way she uses her powers to have her armor disappear, come back on. Like, they really did a really good job. She was all business. She was not liking the sarcasm. She wasn't like, she's like, listen, we're about to judge, we're about to, sit here and vote on if we should let you live or not. She was just all business and just strong, super amazing. It was great to see her, man. But I was still kind of stuck on Black Bolt. But listen, man, when they did
my
this,
man, the Submariner. Oh, that was definitely a good
happy, bro. Seeing
Yeah.
this man back, bro.
but when he appeared, bro, this I feel was like, because obviously if no one knows, Disney now owns the right to Fantastic Four, X-Men, all of these series, everything but Spider-Man. Let's just say that now, right? Now they have the right. And the one thing that Marvel does is that they really take these characters back and be like, this is what y'all should have been doing. Not that the Fantastic Four movies prior wasn't, okay. It was nice to have. But look, even from the suit, the way he appeared, the beard, everything comic book fresh. It's like Marvel be nailing these castings, man.
Yeah, facts. He looks just like he is the perfect Reed Richards, man.
Yep.
This is Jim from The Office, remember?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. I'm so happy for him, bro.
But
He did a great job, man. And he's talented because he wrote the Quiet Place. He wrote and directed that, man. It's funny, man. That guy really surprised me with how his career turned out. He did a really good job.
But bro,
absolutely.
And they introduced him as the smartest man on the planet.
Smartest man, period.
But nothing set us up for like the end, right? Like the last person that they came in. They gave you the same theme from the 90s show. Tickling, they know what they're doing, man. When they tickling on your fucking nostalgia energy, bro. On your nostalgia, they know how to massage your nostalgia. What do you call your nostalgia muscles? And like, oh, remember this? You grew up with it, coming out with the same seat and everything, man. And this is why I hate Marvel, man, because they be having lazy writing, and then they come out with this, and you're like, yo, I love this. Boom. And that's how they get you, man, with their bullshit.
That's how they get you. Yep.
And you forgot about everything else that you was like concerned about. Like we said, how did they get the dead body of Doctor Strange to that universe, right? Lazy writing there, right? So lazy writing. But listen, man, this was elite.
We went a little too far. Let's go back to what Wanda is doing. What is she doing before you get to this part, bro?
What is Wanda doing?
This is about when she's trying to get into. She uses the book, bro, to send her mind to another universe, to find another Wanda where they at, to find out what she needs to know, and how to get to them, bro. She's fighting Doctor Strange, bro, and she's fighting Doctor Strange and the whole Illuminati, bro, from a whole nother universe. This female does not.
That's after. We not gonna do this. We not doing this right now.
Bro, if you watch when you watch the movie, bro, you don't see in this part.
We not doing this, B. You were right. She was busy, dream walking and doing it, but she wasn't fighting the Illuminati yet. She didn't fight them yet, and you just kind of skipped. You jumped.
Son.
We're in the same exact area, bro.
So what happens next is they explained like the Doctor Strange in their realm, he committed the ultimate crime by destroying one of the Earths right? And they wound up killing him for that. Black Bolt said, "I'm sorry," and then it kind of blew him away in this beautiful sequence.
He blew up a universe in comic book junkie. I said you a comic book junkie. You the guru for real. But in MCU, it's universe. So he destroyed an entire universe, an incursion, which is why he had to go. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But remember,
that's why they don't really trust at this point. They don't trust Doctor Strange.
You know? Though.
And he's telling them, he's trying to warn them of Wanda Maximoff. He's like, "Yo, I know you guys are scared, but this bitch is coming, man. You don't trust me, but she's coming, and she's gonna come run roughshod on all of you." And you know they're still not there believing her, believing him, and they're doubting him. And I'll let you guys take off.
All right.
And the reason, hold on, B. The reason why they doubting him is because his previous self, the one that they blew away, already told him what was gonna happen. Like he already gave him the foresight. He says, "Yo, listen, I'm the reason why the universe is messed up." So they took that to heart, and they say anytime another Doctor Strange visits, they know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they're like very, anti Doctor Strange, even though Doctor Strange is the solution. Like he provided the solution, but he's also one of the problems. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, B.
Yeah, remember, he used the book in their universe to destroy it. But when he's trying to warn them, they sketchy about his motives. More like they don't trust the word the man is gotta say to them. But Professor Xavier told him you should trust them, maybe maybe this one's a little different. And that's when the fighting scene. That's when the fight scene occurs.
All right. So what B is trying to say is the person that he's. So basically, all right. So because I want to stay like on the I know you're summarizing, but we gotta break it down, right? So obviously he's introduced to the Illuminati. Mordo introduces each of these characters one by one. They go and they say, this is what our Doctor Strange did, and this is where Professor X is like, let's tell them the truth, because there's like, yo, he didn't die the hero that we made him out to be. This is what really happened. Yes, we all eliminated Thanos and everything, but we also had to get rid of him, which is I love that because they really displayed. Hold on, B. Come on, B. Don't do me like this. I'm getting to the nitty gritty, right? And basically, one of the things, because I don't want to gloss past these things, because for me, I was like a little kid in there, right? Like they showed Black Bolt use his power, right? Yep. And B, we're not doing this tonight, B. If you wanted to say, you would have said it. Let me touch it. Let me touch her. All right. You can have her when I'm done. All right. So now that was one of the great parts, because they showed a scene and they show they show how much his team loved them, right? Because although they knew what they had to do, it wasn't an easy decision. And you have Reed's holding the cape, his cape is blue in this universe, which is a key thing, right? And then they're talking to him and they're like, we're sorry, and he understands it has to happen. And Black Bolt, and I'm like, who's gonna kill him? Like, how they doing this? And all you see is Black Bolt woken up, and I'm like, oh my God. And he doesn't even, like, he whispers and he goes, I'm sorry. He whispered it, bro. And just to show how much power came out of it, I'm like, and you just see Doctor Strange's body just melting to nothing. That was one of the craziest scenes in that moment. I love that they displayed his ability. Because if they would have just had him not do it at all, I'd have been like, come on now, you got to show that.
That would have been a waste.
So after they finish telling the story and, they're going through it, to B's point now, Wanda has found her way again, because obviously all this time she was trying to possess, her alternate self. She's finally successful. And now she breaks into the building, right? The building is shaking. Doctor Strange is like, hey, yo, she's coming, man. Let me loose, and tries to warn them. But obviously they're still ignoring him. And the team goes off to fight Wanda. And it just leaves Professor X and Mordo, in the room with him. Mm-hmm. And this is where, B, where you could take over, where basically the guy B was referencing was Professor X saying, like, listen, we have to trust him. Maybe he could be different. Mm-hmm.
The first person she kills Black Bolt. Black Bolt tried to speak.
Oh, we skipping that conversation. We're skipping the fight between Doctor Strange and Mordo. We gonna skip that?
No, Doctor Strange and Mordo fight came after this. It was in between. It was in between, bro.
All right.
Yeah, they were happening simultaneously. It was happening simultaneously.
So why she kills Black Bolt, then you see Doctor Strange, then you see
B. I love you, bro, but how did he die? Like we need detail.
Bro.
Yeah.
Black Bolt had to talk. So she shuts Black Bolt's mouth. She says what mouth? Black Bolt's trying to speak. Like he's trying to let his powers out. And he blows his own head. He blows his own fucking heads up. He blows his head off, bro.
Look at that most face.
Bro, he blows his motherfucking head. I never seen some shit like that before, bro. I nigga had clean blows off his shoulders, bro.
I think that scene was really iconic because the way that they came to, obviously, you left out the part where Amanda shows, the Scarlet Witch. She's not Amanda. I said Amanda. She's not Wanda Maximoff right now. Ooh.
Sorry, that was me. My bad.
So there's something that you guys. So I'm gonna lay the scene out for y'all. So if anybody ever seen The Evil Dead, this is the same director, right? This is the same that did The Evil Dead, right? So the way the fight scene goes, it is so gruesome. It is that same style. You know what I'm saying? Wanda has possessed her other self in this dimension. She's walking towards these four great fighters that we got right in this universe. And the Reed Richards is like, yo, you don't want to do this. You don't want to do this. Black Bolt here is, the most powerful being in the universe, right? And she replied to him and just tells him straight up, like, who, him? And he says he just has to speak a word and you're just gone. And that's where she goes, wait, hold on, what mouth? And I personally know Black Bolt ain't that stupid. I don't think he would have did that, but the fashion he went out when his head exploded, that's Evil Dead, bro. That's Evil Dead. You know what I'm saying? She just his head just imploded, poof, right? Now she gets a hold of Reed Richards. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do his thing, trying to be the man that he is, and she's just the sheer imagination of the scene. Oh, you're rubber, no doubt. Turns him into strings of rubber, and then pops his head. I'm like, yo, what is happening here? What is happening here? So now, guess who's left? The two women, Captain Britain and Mrs. Marvel, are the two people that are left. So it's a fight. It's a what do you call that? It's a cat fight. 2-on-1, right? And just the angles of the shots that they're taking with Miss Marvel going up and using her powers and Captain Britain throwing her shield and they're trying to overwhelm her. And remember, she's not in her own body. She's in another body. So you already see as she walked into the scene, the body was like already crippled from fighting all the Ultrons to get to that point. You could see that she was completely disheveled, but she was still holding her own. So what does she do? She separates the two fighters. She sends Miss Marvel flying so that she can take on Captain Britain one-on-one. And that's the best thing she could do. So her fighting Captain Britain, and you see her with her jetpack on, which is with the acrobat, the sheer movement was amazing. Hiding behind the giant statues in the hall, and coming through, throwing this titanium shield around. And once she deflects that titanium shield and realizes, oh, she's dependent on it, and sends it back to another gory scene. Cuts the woman in half, and you just see her hit the floor.
He meant vibranium, everyone. He meant vibranium.
Yeah, vibranium. Yeah.
We're not doing this tonight. Yeah. We're not doing this.
Yeah, vibranium shield. Listen, vibranium. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean, man. But yeah, the fact that she just hits the floor and does the Walking Dead scene where you're just like, oh fuck, I just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm dead on the ground. Now the one-on-one fight between her and Miss Marvel is the stuff of comic books, because clearly Mrs. Marvel has power, but it's not enough to overwhelm her. You know what I'm saying? You could see like I'm in a weaker body. This is not my own body, and I'm holding off these blasts and whatnot. That was listen, the way she ended her. Oh God. Oh.
You don't think Captain Britain got it worse though? She got cut in half with the shield though.
But she's
no. Marvel got it worse.
She's a human.
Statue dropped on her, bro.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Captain Marvel got the statue smushed up.
She was smushed, bro. Flat.
I would take. Wait, hold on. I would take that before I take what Reed Richards got.
Yeah,
bro,
they both
gotta be painful, bro.
Both men got their heads exploded. Both men, poof, poof. They both got their heads exploded. That was just like, down with the patriarchy. That's what that was. Down with the patriarchy.
You want to know what's the craziness about this? People talk too much, right? They did what, and let's move back just a little bit, right? They did what the villain is supposed to do, where they talk too much, right? Where they give away too much information. Why would you? And I don't know who told her about Black Bolt's ability. I think it was Captain Marvel. Where Mrs. Marvel was it Reed Richards? Why would you even? What's up, Q?
This wouldn't make any sense. He's the smartest man on the planet. He's just gonna give it away. Come on, man.
Why would you even say, yo, this man right here, he can destroy you with him just saying one word. One word comes out of his mouth. And that's what she's like, what mouth? And then Black Bolt, your mouth, you have no mouth, and you notice this. She removes his lips.
Speak, bro. He tries to fucking
Why? But you know what though? Doctor Strange could have fixed that for you, but they knew. Listen, they were ready to die. They knew this had to happen. Another thing that we kind of like shaded over, right? Let's go back a little bit to the Reed Richards, right? We can't skip. We're not doing this tonight. When Reed Richards is also talking to her, he's like, "Listen, I understand how you feel. I'm also a parent, and blah blah blah." And she looks at him. She looks at him and says, do they have their mother? And he goes, yeah. And he's like, well, at least there'll be someone to look after them. But that was cold. However, let's not ignore the fact that Reed Richards' son exists. His kids exist. And do we not know who his kids are?
They're the most powerful. His son is the smartest on the planet in the whole world.
His son is capable of creating universes. Like we
5 years old.
Yeah, bro. That opened the door. That small little conversation there. I'm like, he has kids. And I said, oh no, not the kids. Yes. But that was something too that we forgot. Even I forgot in the moment. But yeah, man. I mean, Black Bolt's an idiot for talking with his mouth sealed. That was just dumb to me.
I think that was lazy writing, honestly, man. Because I just didn't make any sense to me.
Because he's too OP. How could we get rid of him? How could we?
Here's the thing. I think Wanda Maximoff would have washed him the same way, but this set it up better.
He would have spoke.
Reed Richards didn't have any plan. Reed Richards is always the guy with the plans. He didn't have one plan or one contingency plan just to start this off. Come on, I like just in case.
Q, you nailed it, and it's not. You know what? We not gonna do this. We can't blame Reed Richards, right? We're not gonna blame Reed Richards because who we're gonna blame is Captain Britain. Because who is the Avengers tactician? Is it not Captain America? He is the most skilled. This is what he does. He's led armies. So she was really supposed to be the one to come out with the. He's the smartest in the world, yes, in terms of like science and all this thing, creating, inventing. But when it comes to like battling, the smartest game plan, that was on her. I'm sorry. And the first thing I'd have been like, is Black Bolt, just speak to her. He should have been the first one just to go up and say, leave. And at least if Wanda she puts up a shield to try to block it and notice that it's too powerful, and then she has to go into God tier mode to survive it, that would have been better.
Right. But at least they tried. They would have put up an opposition, which would have been made it probably the best fight scene. But they dropped the ball They dropped the ball there because they could have made it. That scene could have been so much better, so much better. And then they had Professor X, who was able to finally like jump into her mind, and so we see like this whole like white area. It's barren, and then there's a door. He goes through the door, and like he finds inside this collapsing.
Q. Hold on, Q. You're answering. You're answering. Remember when I said you'll remind me later? You're answering. Remember when you said they kind of did the lazy writing and they never really explained what happened to her, why she went dark. Like they never. There you go. So Professor X reveals the situation. There you go. Continue. Sorry.
Right. She reveals that like the Wanda, the real Wanda, like the one that hasn't been corrupted by the Darkhold, is there. So we're seeing that the Wanda from WandaVision is there. But my thing is, hey, it's your job to tell me everything in the movie that happened between that. It's your job to provide the context. They didn't provide any context on how Wanda got there. She just went. It's just like all of a sudden she's going full evil Wanda, and we're like, how did we get here? How is she obsessing over these kids that are not hers? And Professor X is there. He's like, yo, I can try to help you, man. What do you call it? And he's trying to pull her out, but what do you call it? Wanda Maximoff already finds him, comes up behind him, and then breaks Professor X's neck. Again, I think he could have done a little bit more. I don't know why, like while he was in the brain, he didn't just turn her brain into scrambled eggs, but instead he tried to save the good Wanda Maximoff, which again didn't make any sense. These dudes
lazy writing. Listen, the Illuminati is not like third tier Avenger members that they're just there. Professor X, do we not know what his abilities are? Like these, and the older he gets, it's like the fact that he wasn't able to. All right, let's go back to the X-Men movie where he's dealing with Jean Grey when she's first unleashing her Phoenix, right? Not the new version. Not the new version. I'm talking about like with the Hugh Jackman. Yeah. If he was able to like kind of mentally combat her before he was turned to whatever he was turned into, he was still able to kind of, she's lifted him out of the chair. He's going back and forth with it because that should kind of tell you how strong he is. The fact that Amanda just found him like that and cracked his neck with just, come on now, we not doing this. Like Professor X can talk to everyone on the planet at once telepathically. We're not doing this. The laziness.
They tell you they did that to all the men, all the male characters he fought. Boom, done. They literally, bro. This was supposed to be a woman's movie. Like it's literally that's what it was. That's what it was, bro.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
I'm telling you, every guy got their head exploded. Poof, poof, poof. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? What the hell's going on, bro? Your head is done. Bop. You know what I'm saying? Not, you ain't get we ain't get. Look, they gave Captain Britain the nicest send off. Cut it in half. Boom, she dropped. You know what I'm saying? We got your head just exploded. Oh, you exploded your head again. Oh, your neck got broke. Oops, dead. Like, come on, bro. Like I listen. I didn't appreciate that. You know, that's not how these characters go out.
What's up, B?
I didn't have to say it. I almost said it. I didn't say nothing about it.
Yeah. So after that, what do you call it? Like Wanda starts heading in. We cut to Doctor Strange.
And Mordo fighting.
What do you call it? Who enrages Mardu to what do you call it? Makes him mad. So then he winds up trying to like hurt kill him. And he winds up helping Doctor Strange, who set it up so he can escape. What happens to him? He just gets thrown away, and then we never see him again.
He gets thrown in between the cracks.
Yeah, but then we never see him for the whole movie. I'm like, that guy
which is weird. Yeah, he just disappears from the movie, which is weird.
I'm like, how?
He's the sorcerer supreme in that universe. He's the sorcerer supreme in that universe.
The bracelet nullifies their abilities. Remember, So half of the handcuffs got caught onto his wrist. So he wasn't. Remember the way Doctor Strange got out, he hit the parkour on him, and he used his body for the parkour. He said, got out of there easy. He didn't have nothing to really bounce off of, so he was just like stuck down there like a helpless child and shit. So
he's got to do plyometrics, man. He's got to get.
Bro, he was stuck there for the remaining hour of the movie. He never got out of that hole, bro.
So then, what do you call it? Doctor Strange comes out, and Doctor Strange's ex-fiance is trying to like help America escape, and they're getting her out.
No. You got it wrong. They weren't trying to escape. They were trying to find the book, the other book. They run to the tunnel.
But they're running away from Wanda at the same time.
Because she was still in the cage. I said the cage. She was still in that confinement thing. So they was trying to escape that, I guess.
No. They're talking about when they're running through the tunnels.
Yeah,
but that's after.
That's where we're up to right now.
We're about to get there. So after they get her out of the cage. Then they start running for her. B. I know what you mean, B. Then they start running from her, and like they're going underground. It's like on some like Friday the 13th type stuff.
Yeah, when he hit the book, and this bitch is breaking on everything. The bitch is worse than Jason, bro.
Like the Terminator, bro.
Yeah.
Word. That was straight up Terminator.
And that's when they find the universe. That's when they open. It's like that's what the original one, where the first Doctor Strange was fighting with the octopus monster at, and out behind the door.
No. We not gonna do this today. We're not doing that.
That's what we do.
We not doing this today, B. That's not where that's a different. This room was a specific room where he kept the what is it? The Ashanti book. This is a specific. That's in a different universe.
No.
Yeah.
That's when the movie started. That's when the movie started. Remember, when the movie started, he was having a dream. That's what he was. But
that was a different Doctor Strange. That is not the same Doctor Strange that died on Thanos' planet.
The same part. That's the same place where the book is always kept in all the universes, I guess.
We not gonna do this tonight, man.
So that particular, remember what he said was that particular area where the Book of Ashanti is the crossroads of the universe. This is not a separate universe. This is actually this is a center space where when you come here, you have access to all the other universes. The Book of Ashanti. Say that again.
Universes right there.
Yeah, he kept it in the Book of Ashanti was hidden right there. You know what I'm saying? Because that other Doctor Strange found it. All right, go.
All right, so
so when he's going through there, now that's when this bitch still doesn't want to go away, bro. She's not gonna quit because she's still coming after the ass.
Not doing that tonight.
Go ahead, take over, Prada. Let's get through this one.
I'm telling you,
my bad.
Listen, so they make it here, right? So they make it here, and Doctor Strange gets a hold of the Book of Ashanti, right? So at this point, they fight again. They start fighting again. Jesus Christ, man! Like Wanda is not giving up. She's still possessed. Say that again.
Progressing on what she wanted, bro. She knew what she wanted, bro.
Yes, she's persistent, and she ends up destroying the Book of Ashanti, which is supposed to be the solution for the problem that they're having right now. We need this book to give Doctor Strange the power to do what it is that the Sorcerer Supreme should be doing with this book. But the solution, the book is destroyed, right? Boom, the book is destroyed. Now Wanda knocks out Christine. They're fighting. Doctor Strange is fighting with what little strength he has left, and he succumbs to. And then she has America. He has America. There we go. Once she has America, her powers activate because she said her powers activate when she's scared, right? So, what she does, she sends her through the. Oh no, that's not what happens. Wanda opens the portal using the girl. She uses she uses her ability to activate America's powers to send her back to the original Scarlet Witch and throws her through that portal. And wait, I know somewhere in there.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
she got rid of Doctor Strange and Christine first by sending them to that other universe, and then she threw America Chavez to her original body.
Okay,
But and then they go somewhere.
Where did they end up? I don't remember where Christine and the Doctor Strange.
They ended up with the third eye. Doctor Strange, the third eye.
With the eye of Agamotto. Agamotto. Yeah.
The one that started the that.
The eye of Agamotto. Yeah.
With the three eyes.
The eye of Agamotto. Say it right. With the eye of Agamotto.
Yes, we're not doing this tonight.
And then that's the part when they started his universe already had the incursion. Like the universe already corrupted and everything, it was destroyed because he kept it in the book. So by that part, his universe almost dead, almost already dead. So now they're looking for they're heading back to the fortress to try to find where Amanda Chavez went. Well, this woman decided she's gonna take Amanda Chavez up some top. No, hold up, we skipped the part because
we
skipped, hold up, we the part.
We didn't skip nothing. You.
Yeah, I'm going a little too fast, bro. I'm going a little too fast. Hold on.
All right, we at the part where Doctor Strange and Christine are in this other universe. Where they didn't say which number it was. They're in another universe where the Doctor Strange is alive and he's seeking help. He's going to seek help. And they basically said, who else can we go look? Let me go find myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he went and did. And he found himself and he realized, but this version of me has the book of the
Darkhold.
Yeah, the Darkhold. He has the Darkhold, right? So he's realized that this particular Doctor Strange has already been corrupted by the Darkhold. You know what I'm saying? He's already at the point where there's no returning. He needs that book in order to do the same thing that Wanda was doing. You know what I'm saying? Dreamwalk, to kind of stop her in his universe, because he can't do it he can't do it in person. They have no way of getting to their universe without America, right? So, and while that's happening, while that scene is happening, Wanda is at the birthplace of the Darkhold. You know what I'm saying? She's at the actual temple where the what was the demon lord's name?
That's what we missed. We missed the part that when she had the Grandmaster Supreme take her there because she didn't know where to go. Yeah. We skipped that part.
So that temple is where it was crafted, and that was what they call him in the comics? He's a level 1 demon.
You got to say we're not doing this tonight, right? Because B want to talk about that scene where the Supreme,
the Sorcerer Supreme takes Wanda to the temple of.
We skipped that.
I forgot the name of the temple, man. I gotta look it up.
Even before that, even before he takes it to the temple, obviously he's tied up, he's chained up, he's not escaping, and one of his disciples comes.
And destroys the book. Yeah, and destroys
the Darkhold in that universe, and that wakes Wanda up, and she's pissed. And I thought she was just gonna kill this guy off the back, but she obviously said, "Listen, I know this book is destroyed, but you're the Sorcerer Supreme. You know everything. You're gonna tell me."
No. At that part, she's not fully strong yet. She doesn't get strong until she gets to that temple. That temple, she learns more. She learns more about the Darkhold.
What that got to do with what I said, though? You telling me no? I didn't say nothing about that, bro. Don't be cutting me off, man.
Let's move on to the next one, boys.
Go ahead, continue, B. So B, take over from they're at the temple now. She has America Chavez. All right, go ahead.
He has America Chavez at the temple, and the Grandmaster Supreme is still trying to climb back up to do something. He's trying to figure something out. Maybe he could do something to slow the process down. So while they just get back to show Doctor Strange about to fight his other self, and when he about to fight, they started talking and wondering. He's thinking to himself, where is the other book? Yeah, this creepy motherfucker. Oh shit, they got 3 fucking eyes. So they're over there, they talking, discussing. They find out he sees this man is fully corrupted. Yo, take that picture down, bro. I can't focus that picture. That shit creeped the shit out of me.
Yo, B, what's up, bro?
Yo, that shit creeped the shit out of me, bro. Just creeped me out, bro. I swear.
All right, man. Doctor Strange gets to this universe. He's with Christine. He has to find himself. He gets there. You know, he goes inside the sanctum. He climbs up the long stairs. His other stuff is like, who the hell are you? How did you get here? Then he had to do like a little quick test to prove that he was really him by talking about, which a lot of people don't know. Dr. Strange had a sister that drowned. She fell in, that drowned in some ice water. Yeah, so once Doctor Strange confirmed Doctor Strange is real, then they started having this conversation. Then he said, I'll give you the Darkhold if you give me Christine, like she's a piece of meat. He said, that's not going to happen. Then they started fighting with music, like literally taking musical notes off of pages and instruments and throwing it at each other and fighting and creating music, it was actually beautiful. I didn't get why. No, I'm speeding through this. I'm speeding through this now. So now they're doing all of this. Right, and in the middle of all of that, we go back to this mountain where they're at. The Sorcerer Supreme is there with her, and they think they're about to have to like fight these monsters to like go through everything. But it turns out it's really her temple. She's like, this isn't, this is actually my kingdom. The monsters bow down to her, blah blah blah. They do all of that. The Sorcerer Supreme is like, listen, man, you can't like just kill this girl because you want to, isn't it enough that in these other universes that there is a version of you that are with these kids? And she's like, no, pushes him off the mountainside, right? To B's point, that's why he had to climb in the first place. She shoves him off. He falls off. He's trying to use his, his bat grapple, DC reference, to, grab onto the mountainside. It fails. So I'm thinking he's dead. He's gone. Cool. Then she starts to do her little voodoo possession thing where she's like about to take away the powers, goes back to the Doctor Strange fight. Eventually this fight, this guy falls out of the window, lands on the spikes. Our Doctor Strange gets the Darkhold. Christine comes up. He's like, listen, I got to do this. Blah, 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 blah. Watch over me to protect me, because the dead people or whatever it was, they may come for me or whatever the case is. So then he goes to dreamwalk, and obviously you can't dreamwalk into a body because obviously he can't dreamwalk into his own universe because he's there. But let's go back to that dead body that magically, the dead Strange that was magically brought over. So that's the body he chooses to possess, which is a huge crime, I guess, in the world of sorcery. You're not supposed to possess a dead body.
Well, you're not supposed to dreamwalk, which is what Wanda Maximoff is doing. You're not supposed to even do that. Right.
But she's evil, so fuck it. So she don't give a fuck.
Right? No, but the reason why you don't do it is because you can get corrupt. You can corrupt your soul with the dark. Like you're not supposed to do that. Like
for some reason he masters it and uses the Darkhold to take over the dead body, and then when all the evil dead people try to come after him, he uses them to create the cape.
Which was only possible because his love interest gave him the courage in the speech. The speech, guys. Gave him the speech to get it in.
Hold on. He had some speech because I never got that speech my entire life yet.
We go nah. But I'm gonna let that one pass. So he gets the Darkhold, he possesses the dead body, he comes out from underground, and now he's doing the portal to make his way through. He gets to the snowy mountain area, and as he's about to approach, this is where the souls come to get him, and they're like, what are you doing? He gets the speech, and then she's like, you're the master of the magic arts. Then he finds his courage, ends up controlling these guys, and then
the Reaper,
sort of like Spawn in a sense. Turns them into like a cape and then flies towards the mountain. He gets there and obviously he starts He gets in the nick of time to actually start fighting Wanda Maximoff. Now, before we get into that, the Sorcerer Supreme did actually survive. He landed somewhere on the mountain on the side. I don't get how his bones aren't broken. His arm is I don't get that, but we gonna skip that. That's lazy writing. Anyway, he starts to climb back up the mountain, and then he cuts. He puts the spear through one of the monster's head, pulls them off of the mountainside. Then they trying to throw rocks at him, to knock him off the mountain. And that's where, Doctor Strange and the possessed dead body that you see on the screen comes in, wipes them all out. 1, 2, 3, easy peasy. And then unleashes all these demons on, the Scarlet Witch, which she's actually having trouble kind of controlling them because she's like, what the hell is this? I don't think she would have trouble if she had once she had full knowledge of all her powers, that wouldn't have been an issue. But in this moment, she's learning.
Yes.
Sorcerer Supreme comes up. He's like, yo, I don't even want to know what you're doing, because he sees Doctor Strange in his dead body. Whatever. He assists him by adding an extra layer trap, this circle to trap her in with the souls. And basically now we revisit the scene where the first Doctor Strange that we saw decided to take her powers because he felt it was the only way, even though it would kill her. So this Doctor Strange was faced with the same decision. And he didn't do that. Instead of opting to do that, he gave her the pep talk. And the pep talk was, listen, you're strong. You can do this. You can control your powers, yada, 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 yada. And then she gains the courage and she balls up her fist, and they zoom in on her fist. And then, she gets up and she goes to fight Amanda. And, she does land a few punches here and there. But eventually, Scarlet Witch is like, no, thank you. You're not doing this right now. She opens up the portal, and she actually, it's again, poor writing. Like, you just magically learn how to use your powers because you got this speech. So, they're doing all of that. Someone take over from here, right? I feel like when
she opens the portal and she takes her and the Sorcerer Supreme, they leave. They're about to leave. While Amanda decides. I forgot how she got.
No, she goes. This is what happens. So Amanda, being in control of her powers, says, "All right, I'm going to give you exactly what it is you want." And she opens a portal to where Wanda had went and dreamwalked to the house where the other Wanda was. And
kids being terrified of her.
Yes. So now, Scarlet Witch gets into this house, and these children see her and they run. They're scared, and this creates the that cinematic moment where everybody's supposed to be tear jerking and think, oh my God, we see the villain, and she's they're trying to make us empathize with her, and the children are just running away from her, and she's just standing there like, no, my children, it's me. It's me. And they're like, nah, my mom is on the other side. That's my mama.
No, the mom wakes up. The mom wakes up and the mom has powers. The mom is trying to fight her. The mom is trying to fight the Scarlet Witch. The mom gets her ass flung across the room. Now the kids is mad, throwing things at her like, no.
Yeah, don't mess up my mama. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like, she
realizes, shit, maybe I fucked up. Maybe I'm not well receptive in the university if I try to fuck up their family. But I try to be their mother and they already have a mother.
Mm-hmm. Real quick. Yeah, skipping over something real quick, right? Not skipping necessarily, but let's quickly highlight this. You mentioned that the mom came in and she actually had powers, right? We saw her hands glowing. So clearly she has some sort of ability, right? She gets flung across the room so easily and is just useless after that, which is crazy to me because this is you. You should be just as powerful. Let's not skip over that, right? Lazy writing. Also, too, why doesn't her kids have powers? Where's her kids' abilities? They have powers.
They didn't wake up yet. Their abilities weren't in this universe. They weren't woken up yet. Remember,
you see your mom getting flung across the room, bro. If
that should have been the traumatic experience that awakens their ability. Yeah,
you gonna wake up. You gonna wake up.
Lazy writing. Lazy writing. Lazy writing. All of a sudden, just the most well, this is the one universe where they don't have their powers. There, where the Scarlet Witch can't use her powers. It all makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But the power of love and sunshine and rainbows conquers all, because then she realizes that she's a bad person. The Earth, Wanda Maximoff, who's who got thrown away, the real mom. She's like caressing her face, like, oh, poor little girl. And then that's when she realizes, oh, well, you know what? I guess I'm gonna have to kill myself. And she kills herself.
I don't think she really kills herself.
She's not dead.
She's not
doesn't.
I know she's not.
His
mom that is never dead, but she gave up.
No, I think she absorbs the Dark Lord. All she needs to know and just destroys the temple. She destroys the physical book, but
with her in it.
Yeah, I think she knows.
Yeah, it's just it's like there's a big gap. There's a big gap of mystery that just left. They left that there for us.
However, she did destroy, and which is crazy to me. Like she destroyed the Darkhold in every universe, right? So let's not forget to mention that she eliminated it from every universe because she realized, whatever it was, which is great, fantastic. What happens after that, right? The Doctor Strange and them, they jump off the mountain before she gets crazy. Well, they go through the portal, excuse me, because I guess they have to go and get the original Doctor Strange and Christine out of whatever universe that they're in, per se. I don't want to go back to this too much, but like when we go back to this Doctor Strange that fell out the window and lands on the gate, like, do you not have your cape? Like, is he the only Doctor Strange with no cape?
Yeah. He didn't have a cape. He didn't have a cape.
He have a cape.
Yeah, but what happened to the cape?
Because he's corrupted by the. So he was corrupted by the Darkhold. Once you're corrupted by the Darkhold, the cape doesn't work no more. It doesn't work for you.
Okay.
The cape doesn't work no more. Remember, the cape works based on your goodness. Remember, Doctor Strange has 3 items that keep him grounded. His cape, the eye of the eye of thing, and he also has the eye of at a certain point in his thing, he has the eye of Agamotto because he uses the Darkhold. But it's not because the Darkhold corrupts him.
The Eye of Agamotto didn't come from the Darkhold. That's just one of the powers.
That's what awakened. That's what awakened it for him in the comics. That's what awakened the Eye of because remember, with that he's able to see the infinite possibility. He's able to see what's corporal, ethereal.
That's shit creepy, bro.
He that eye is basically the eye of wisdom. So it gives him a extra sense of like, oh shit, I can think about the endless possibilities quicker and whatnot. But remember, he always has 3 relics. Huh?
How does it end though?
What do you mean?
Movie?
The movie, yeah.
The movie.
I know that's kind of it, but like,
it leaves us in suspense. It leaves us in suspense because while he's finished it, he's walking away. He's done. They bring everything back to normal. They see her back. They see her Amanda Chavez training as to be a sorcerer, I guess. At the
they're back on the
You see her training as Kamasage. You see everybody. You see the boar guy. They made sure they showed you the bull.
Students,
the students. When you see that particular bull, you see him. They made sure they showed you him. So that's one of the students. So
watch that motherfucker, bro.
After they show you that part, you see him talking to the sorceress, to the Supreme, and he finally decides, you know what, the fuck it, I'm gonna bow to this motherfucker. He finally decides to bow to this nigga. Like,
he's showing him the proper respect.
Finally showing proper respect. He bowed to him.
But it's not necessarily about. I don't think it was about showing him proper respect because he's always respected Wong, right?
Yes.
It wasn't really about that. It was really about like Doctor Strange finding humility in himself finally. Like even from the first Doctor Strange, that was what his teacher was trying to teach him. Like, yo, it's not about you. Like his arrogance and everything is just on a really high level. It wasn't about because he would die for Wong. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't really about the respect, but it was more about the arrogance, the ego, all of that kind of coming down to be like, and when he did that bow, that's what that was really about, in my opinion, of him finding humility in that situation. And I think that's where the movie ends. I think when that movie ends.
He will show more of a humility and more solidarity. Show him, all right, we can work together. We don't have to get out, and I don't have to keep giving you a hard time anymore.
And that was something Christine pointed out at the beginning, in the middle, and the end of the movie. Remember, she said the reason why I could never be with you is because you always had to have the knife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
know,
the fucking man.
That was the one thing that was consistent throughout all the universes. None of the Doctor Stranges ended up with Christine. It was never meant to be. You know what I'm saying?
I think that was her fault though.
No, it was never meant to be. It was never meant to be.
No, we're not doing this, B. It's his fault. It's his fault, B. B, it's his fault, B.
You don't got just one woman, bro.
We're not doing this tonight.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work because at the end of the movie, we see him with his wife. His wife shows up at the end of the movie. Like, come on, bro.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. In one of the cutscenes, yeah, we could get straight to the cutscenes, huh?
Yeah, his actual wife shows up at the end of the movie. Like, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, and look who they got playing her. Who they got playing her? Woo! Charlize. My name is Charlize Theron, not Theron. Not Theron. It's Theron.
Right. Yeah, you're a fool. Yeah, but obviously his future wife shows up at the end of the movie because at first when she popped up, I said, "Who the hell is this?" It's not until she really opened that portal and I saw the dimension she was going into.
And she told me you created an incursion, so let's go fix this shit, nigga.
Which is obvious. She didn't say that. We're not gonna do that. But she didn't use that word. She didn't use that word.
How did Charlie Theron get so hood all of a sudden, man?
She your word. You know what I'm saying? She did say, "Are you ready?" And he looked at her.
No,
and he was just like, he already knew. He already knew who it was.
Actually, before the cutscene, remember he was walking in the street casually, and I thought like something superhero was about to happen, but he started getting that headache and everything, and that's when his third eye awoken.
Yeah, exactly. The eye of Agamotto was activated.
Here's the lazy writing here. Because once that happens to him, what is the next scene? Is it not the end credit scene now? Right, the first one, and then she shows up and she's like, "Listen, you created an incursion. Are you scared? Like you coming to help?" And he's like, "I ain't scared. I'm ready." Takes the nice casual scarf off, which is the cape, switches up, and then he opens up the third eye casual. I'm like, "When did you master it?" Because you just was on the floor looking like you needed a Tylenol, and all of a sudden you hear just, "I'm a master." Yep. So that's I get it, but Marvel, the reason why you're so successful is because you're taking the time to tell everyone's story, their growth, their everything. Let's not get too lazy on this. I know the pandemic slowed a lot of things down and everything got delayed, but let's not get lazy. The man just had a migraine.
What I think they need to go to Disney Plus and put a series out on Doctor Strange to show how he mastered all this stuff.
They're not doing that. They're not doing that.
They should. I'm thinking they should.
He's not saying that they can't, but he's right now. It's his arc that's leading us into the new Marvel thing. That's what Iron Man was for the first era of the Marvel, but Doctor Strange is now that thing. So he's too big for that. That's like, you know,
we're past the silver and the golden age at this point.
Yeah. What they're introducing is the next big characters, right? America, Chavez, Cleo. These are what they call it, Black and Marvel, Reed Richards. Like these characters, we're gonna start seeing them, but in other like other universes, other multiverses.
Well, they finally gonna work that out and get Spider-Man, bro, so they can put Spider-Man.
Yeah, we're gonna see again. We're gonna see all of that, but this is Phase 4. Phase 4 is introducing what do you call it?
Multiverse threats.
Right, and
Secret War.
And they're showing that they're heading there instead. Because I was wrong. I thought the next big bad was going to be Galactus, right? Because I'm thinking Thanos. Who else is bigger than Thanos? Galactus, right after. But now it looks like they're going to the Secret War. What do you call it? Series. Because they took a lot of elements from Avengers Disassembled. How Wanda Maximoff lost her mind because, like, you know, she thought that the the Avengers had taken her kids and whatnot, so she wound up destroying the Avengers from the inside out, causing 3 deaths, and which led to the House of M series, which led to Civil War, which was when Wanda Maximoff caused so much trouble that they wanted all mutants and superhumans to register themselves, coming out, come out with their identities and whatnot. I thought it was heading there, but it looks like they're going towards a secret war where it's like all multiverses coming together, because in Loki they talked about that Kang, right? Kang the Conqueror. He's trying to conquer multiverses.
All of it is coming.
So this is where they're heading towards. So it's going to be. I mean, it's still. I think there hasn't been a strong movie. The only strong movie they've had was the last Spider-Man Far From Home since Avengers Endgame. Marvel's Phase 4 is really weak. It's very interesting, but it's a little too flimsy and a little too lazy. As with all the writings and the shows so far, I'm not impressed.
I think things went slow for them. Things went down since the pandemic and since.
I'm not impressed.
I think ever since Stan Lee died, they got lazy on the shit.
I'm not impressed by any of them. All movies have been trash nowadays.
I think they're doing it because remember when Iron Man first came out, Iron Man wasn't crazy either. It was great to see Iron Man, but I think they're trying to do it that same way, like build it on top of that. But they've given us so much that we're not in the mood for the Iron Man phase anymore. Like, listen, we already done seen Thanos. You're not gonna come in with these. Let's talk about this. Was this? I think me, Q, I think Ammo agreed on this. We didn't get your take on this, but to your point, Q, this movie wasn't a big, huge blockbuster. It didn't have a big impact. This movie, I said, was a filler movie to just get the ball rolling, to start the chain reaction to what's gonna happen, what's coming. This by no means was like you said, an end game caliber movie. It wasn't that. So I want you guys to really understand that the viewers, like, do not go to this theater thinking you're about to get your socks knocked off. It's not. That's not that.
But my thing is that I think it opens your mind to the new what they got coming up. What they got showing up. They show kids.
Who got the police in their background? Who's getting arrested?
I ain't mind. The niggas in the shelter they're not acting up today. The shelter not acting up, bro. Nah. There ain't no police cars out here. Some niggas just left a piece of shit in front of my door.
Back to the topic. Focus. Come back to us. What's your final thoughts? Yeah. What are your thoughts on the movie?
I think like they just kind of like show us what they're gonna do and what's the next to come. They show us how they're gonna break out to the new stories, the new characters they're gonna introduce. They just showed me a little glimpse of what they got going on. Because after you see Endgame, bro, I'm not saying I've seen Endgame. I still didn't watch that. It's still too sad for me.
All right, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Ampo. This guy said he didn't see Endgame. No. We're not doing this. How you skip Endgame and you're continuing to watch?
Right, bro.
What are your thoughts? No, we're not doing this tonight. Marvel fans, we are sorry. We're not doing this tonight. We're not gonna do that to you.
I'm actually sad. I'm still gonna keep skipping that shit.
Q, what you got? What do you feel, man?
Right. So I think again, we're gonna continue seeing like weak-handed movies like this. I think this is what Marvel's going to be now. Marvel feels like it's just a conveyor belt of the same movie, wash, rinse, and repeat, the same old story, and it's like, okay, it's like a conveyor belt. It's the same thing. There's nothing original about these movies. Don't get me wrong. I thought Doctor Strange looked beautiful. Some of the fight scenes were really good. I like that they brought out Reed Richards, Black Gold, Black than Marvel, and Captain Britain. I thought that was cool. I knew Wanda had to wash them, but I thought they could have set that up a little bit better. I just don't. And even John Krasinski, like, great actor, but his acting was like it was just like he was just reading. There was no feeling. Again, one thing I loved about Marvel is they've done such a great job casting because they got really good actors to do like superhero movies, and which always added to the quality of the picture. But now it just feels like it just again feels very processed to me and very too formulaic, right? Like you use a certain formula, cool, but it's the same formula over and over again. Goofy jokes here and there that that like you already know is coming and it's not that funny, but you're like it's whack to me. Don't
Can
get
I
me
ask you a
wrong.
question?
Shoot.
Do you guys think that the reason why they allowed, like you said, Reed Richards was really bland? Maybe that comes with being the smartest person in the world. You're just arrogant. You don't feel like you need to put in too much effort into anything, right? But do you think that they were killed off so easily because they rather save them in action for their own movies? Like Fantastic Four, like they didn't really show Reed Richards really going rubber band, man. Yeah, he showed up on the scene stretching, but do you think they're saving that? Like, huh?
Nah, I don't buy that. I don't buy that.
Like they didn't want to show like Black Bolt going in because they want to reserve that for the Inhumans movie. Like,
I can't accept that, because if you're creative enough and you know how to shoot action scenes, that's not going to be a problem. That shouldn't be a problem, right? Just make it happen. Like, we come to superhero movies to see superheroes do superhero stuff, right? What do you got? You're going to tell me you don't have one punch in you? You don't have one move, like one rubber band punch in you? Nothing. Black Bolt only has that one thing when he's just melting the Doctor Strange of it. Like, there's nothing. I want to see them.
At least they gave him that, yeah. But they made Reed Richards look useless. They didn't even allow him to do anything. Like, I thought he was going to do the signature, turn into like a wide rubbery thing and wrap around her. I thought they were going to do something like that, like suffocate her ass. But no.
Right, and then she could have done that whole thing. She could have then done all of that, like unraveled him. But she just like waxed him too a little too hard. It's just not believable as a comic book fan.
No, hold on. Wait. I think what Prada said got a point to it. I think they're waiting to do something with them. I think they're saying more to it.
Okay. And if that's what you're thinking, I think it's a stupid.
We're not being patient enough. I think I'm giving Marvel the benefit of the doubt. They're gonna do something.
Listen, and you're right. You will 100%. I promise you. Millions of people will, because they're going to make a lot of money off this movie. They're going to make a lot of money off the next movie. And they're going to make a lot of money off the movies after that. And they probably won't be any better.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. You don't wax Professor X and Black Bolt like that with I get what Scarlet Witch is. I'm not saying she's nobody. Dude, what I'm saying is damn.
Yeah, she's one of the strongest of all time. I understand that. You're not saying it. I agree with you 100%, but come on, man, please.
Yeah, that was too easy. Yeah, the beating was too easy. Ammo, my apologies.
Listen. Bottom line, listen. It's on Disney Plus at home. Grab yourself a little popcorn and sit on your couch and watch it.
It's what?
Listen, it's gonna be on Disney Plus. I mean, it's gonna be on a thing.
That's funny. That leads. I might as well put it on the screen now, because that's where you just gonna go into it.
It's stream it all the way. You don't need to go to the theater to see this one. Stream it all the way. Stream it all the way.
$25. I'm not gonna just wait it, bro.
Listen. Stream it all the way, bro. I'm telling you. As a matter of fact, I believe it'll be available.
Doing this, we not doing this. They've been doing that since Black Widow. We not doing this.
I believe it's gonna be available next week, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying?
What are your last words on this one?
I didn't finish, man. I ain't finished. I ain't finished. You know what I'm saying? With the introduction of the Illuminati, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, we got to see Reed Richards. We're definitely gonna get a reboot of the Fantastic Four. You know what I'm saying? We have to get a reboot of the Fantastic Four. And what we're not really noticing is, with the introduction of Illuminati, we get Hood's Illuminati. Because Hood's Illuminati is all of the villains version of this. So you're gonna have to have the opposite version, because y'all forgetting about Cabal. Y'all forgetting about Thanos, who was a part of. There's another whole version of Illuminati. Like, there's a whole, like with antithesis, like the anti version of these guys. Because the Illuminati in the New Age now. Because remember, we didn't get the Illuminati till what? Was it 05 or before that? A little earlier. You know what I'm saying? So there's room for different characters. Like, we're definitely gonna get those those movies on the side. They're probably going to be Disney Plus specials, which I don't mind sitting at home watching a series of how these groups form, and then going to the movies and seeing it all come together. You know, because I watched the backstory. But like I said, man, I'm a fan of Doctor Strange, man. But I would have preferred sitting at home and watching this anyway. All you proud of?
How do I wrap this up into a burrito? Right. Again, the movie was a good movie, right? I'm not gonna say it was completely garbage, but it was garbage in the sense of like if you're coming off of Endgame, if you're coming off of Spider-Man, you know, you're not gonna get that same type of thrill. It's a lot of magic. It's great for what it is, but I could have streamed that. I think because we're big comic book heads and we're big fans, so we were willing to pay the money anyway. You know, it is what it is, but you could wait for the stream. If you haven't seen it yet and it's not that big of a deal, wait for it to touch Disney Plus. That's where you'll find it. Again, you know, the best thing about this movie for me was just the introduction of the Illuminati. Again, to what you were saying, Amble, to now that's going to open the floodgates for Fantastic Four. It's also, this is why I was doing this, it's also going to open the floodgates for the X-Men to join the Marvel Universe, that's all that was like, that was the thing that had me woo, like in the theater. You know, you don't really do that at a movie until it's that time. So, you know, that's why the introduction of the Illuminati was like probably the best thing for me. The worst thing about this movie, to be honest, I felt like the Christine scenes and all this lovey-dovey crap and all of this, no one cares. Like the part she plays in the movie as love interest, like she has little significance to what happens in the grand scheme of the multiverse and the battle between all the universes. She's irrelevant. So I understand you want to.
Irrelevant.
Christine, his love interest, like they I think
he's not irrelevant. He's not irrelevant.
They spent too much screen time on I love you in every universe, and we don't got time for that.
Yeah.
We don't got time for that. Because they touched it. We touched it at the wedding. We touched it at the wedding. We get it. They will still feel that we didn't have to go in the middle of the movie. A little bit more in the middle. Then in the end, I love you in every universe. She don't know you, Strange. This is a different universe. Like she doesn't love you. This version. You get what I'm saying? So it was just too much. No one cared. That was like the part where I was like, we can live without this. But yeah, stream this thing. I mean, it's nothing. Stream it.
Stream it.
And we're not going to even talk about the final cut. If you go to this movie theater, do not sit after the first cut scene where, you know, his future wife shows up. Great, watch that, but do not sit for the rest of those credits because you will be devastated. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Pay your respects and sit through the whole movie and watch it.
No, that movie's trash. Hey, let me be clear. I don't even think. Listen, if anybody thinks that like they don't have time for this and they can watch something better, watch the other thing, okay? Because it's not that serious. You can miss this one. All right. If you got something really important that's better, if you're like, yo, I gotta finish Ozarks or I gotta watch Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness, watch the Ozarks. You'll be fine. Just listen to this podcast. That's all you need to know. You don't need to know anything else. Thank you. Exactly.
He ain't lying. Though.
So, am I the only one that missed the Submariner from Illuminati? You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't had nobody representing the Atlantis, bro.
Neymar. Ain't
nobody representing Atlantis, bro. What happened? We got the Inhumans. We got the mutants.
Neymar, we had the king during that time.
Yeah, we got everybody except for those people. Like, what's going on, bro?
That's fine, boys. This was a great pod, man. Excellent pod. Excellent pod.
All right.
I got
guys. It's been a pleasure. Listen, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate you guys jumping in as you always do. We'll catch you guys next time, man.
Subscribe, boys.
Subscribe, share, comment. Don't be scared to jump in. We could put you on the screen with us, and you could share your take, man. Don't be shy, man.
Also, if anybody really sees this and wants to comment, tell me what your favorite scenes were and why in the comments.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's fight about it in the comments. B, I know B is gonna fight everybody, especially about the wedding scene.